Hi, folks. My name is Srikant Verma Chekuri, and I'm a co-founder at Applied AI Course. So, I wanted to give you an overview of what Applied AI Course is about, and briefly touch upon each of the core aspects of Applied AI Course. First of all, Applied AI Course is an online machine learning and AI course, and this course actually has a content of about 140 plus hours of content explaining everything in machine learning and AI. And the course itself is extremely industry focused. So in the course, we only cover those areas of machine learning and AI which are extremely popular in the industry, which are most used in the industry. And we have simplified the content ex- to an extreme extent, wherein we use tools like geometry. We try to derive and explain each of the core concepts of whole of machine learning, mathematics, and AI using geometry as a basis. Because from our own experiences, we have realized that geometry is a great tool because it's a visual tool, because geometry is a visual tool for us to understand, to grasp, and to able to apply some of these machine learning and AI techniques. And very importantly, this course itself has no prerequisites. Of course, some knowledge of programming is helpful, but we cover everything from scratch. So we use Python as our programming language of choice throughout the course, and we explain Python from the basics, everything from how to install Python, what is a variable in Python, up to state of the art libraries in Python that you need for machine learning and AI. In addition to Python, we explain all of the basic mathematics you need. We explain probability, statistics, linear algebra, numerical optimization, a little bit of calculus, because some of you may have learned some of these concepts earlier in your life, probably in your college days or probably in your school days, but many of our students forget them over a period of time. So we revisit each of these concepts, and all of the mathematical concepts are again taught using intuition, using geometry, and all of them are motivated with examples from AI and machine learning. And we then go on to understand basics of data analysis, where we learn basic tools and methods in data analysis. Then we go ahead and understand all of the core techniques in classical machine learning. So we learn supervised learning, unsupervised learning techniques, we learn matrix factorization techniques, etc. And at the end of the course, we dive into one of the most state of the art areas of whole of AI called deep learning, wherein we dive into all of the core concepts and even state of the art algorithms in deep learning. And when we designed this course, we wanted this course to be a great balance. We wanted to have the right balance between theory and the practical aspects. We didn't want to overdo the theory, or we didn't want it to be just a coding type of course. We wanted our students to be able to understand theory fairly well to whatever extent is needed. Of course, we have skipped some proofs because they're not critical to the understanding of the algorithms. At the same time, we have not just made it a coding course. We try to balance theory and practice so that our students at the end of the course can learn new techniques if they want to, or they can solve most of the problems that they encounter in industry or in real world situations. And one of the key things that we're trying to do here is to bridge the skills gap. One of the core tenets of this course is to bridge the skills gap. A lot of students may already have skills. They may already be developers in companies, or testers in, or software testers in companies, or they could be working in different domains. And we want to bridge the gap from their current skills. We want to bridge the gap from their current skills to skills that they would need to be a successful machine learning engineer or a data scientist. So if you want to know more about what all stuff is covered in our course, I recommend you to go check out our website and see the detailed syllabus that we have at appliedaicourse.com /course /appliedai course online. All of them with hyphen separation. So you can just go to our homepage and you'll see all of this information in detail. Having talked about our content briefly, a very, very key aspect of our content is our case studies and projects. So, as part of the course itself, we solve 15 plus real world problems, and we solve each of these problems end to end. By end to end, what I mean here is we solve these problems starting with the business problem that we have to solve, or the real world problem that you want to solve, up to solving the whole problem, including discussing how to productionize these models. And that's what is very, very important if you want to be a successful machine learning engineer or a data scientist. Some of the case studies, just to give you a flavor of these case studies, we actually teach you how to build a self-driving car. We teach you how to build a cancer diagnosis system or a personalized cancer diagnosis system using your genetic information. Similarly, we teach you how movie recommendation happens on Netflix, on YouTube, etc. Right? So these are real world problems, and for each of these problems, we put you in the shoes of an engineer at that company. For example, when we design the self-driving car, we would put you in the shoes of an engineer at Tesla who has to build this system, who has to understand the real world challenges and then design a solution. Similarly, if you're building a movie recommendation system, we put you in the shoes of an engineer at Netflix or an engineer at YouTube who has to solve these problems. We just don't teach you theory. We want you to be a well rounded end to end machine learning engineer and data scientist. So, through these case studies, we are trying to simulate the real world experience as closely as possible. This is extremely important because just knowing the theoretical concepts would not be sufficient in many instances. What you really need is applied aspects, and that's what we cover extensively throughout the course, which is the critical part of the course. If you know all the theory, but if you can't solve a real world problem end to end, you're not ready for a career in machine learning, right? As part of this course, we also have 30 assignments, 30 mandatory assignments. We also have some optional assignments. If you want to do them, great, but we have 30 mandatory assignments. And these assignments are evaluated by mentors who have experienced, all of whom are experienced machine learning engineers and data scientists in the industry. People like me who have over a decade experience in the industry. And we provide extensive feedback for each of your assignments on helping you improve your assignments, because we don't want assignment to be a yes or no, because in the real world you don't submit a yes or no solution, right? So whatever solutions you provide to the assignments, we give you critical feedback on improving these assignments. And these assignments have been designed keeping industry needs in mind. These are not designed to pass an exam or to clear a test. These are fully aligned with what you would actually do if you join a company in a machine learning or a data science role. And these assignments are learning focused. They are not testing focused, by which I mean we want you to learn from these assignments. We want you to learn how to actually solve real world problems as part of the assignment solution. Even though we teach you all of it here, you have to get your hands dirty. So we want this to be a learning focused exercise, and we're not testing you here. There is no right or wrong answer. There are hundreds of ways that our students have solved some of these assignments. Some of them brilliant, obviously. So these are not to test you if you're good or not. These are for you to learn the ways in which you can be a successful machine learning engineer or a data scientist. And these assignments have been designed. Again, some of our students wondered if these assignments are extremely hard. No, but they're not trivial. Because if we made them trivial, they wouldn't be aligned with the industry needs. We made them just right so that our students can solve them with our mentorship, with our content, with our guidance, but they're not trivial and they're not impossible. Hundreds of our students have solved them. So you need not worry about the hardness or the impossibility of these assignments. Hundreds of our students who have no background, who didn't know anything, who have forgotten most of the mathematics, who are not good programmers, have solved these assignments successfully by putting in the effort, by putting in the time, by working hard. So these 30 assignments are for you to learn how to solve real world problems based on all the case studies and based on all the theory, all the practical aspects that we teach as part of the course. Okay, having said that, now let's go into the course structure itself, right? The course does not have a start date. We don't have batches. You can join the course at any point of time and start on your own. You're self-paced, right? We have some students who are brilliant. We have some students who take slightly more time to learn. And we want to respect that. One of the big advantages of an online course is we have some students who watch these videos at 1x speed. We have some students who watch these videos at 2x speed. And we have some other students who take more time, who actually watch some of these videos at 0.5x speed. And we have students who rewatch videos. We have students who rewatch videos because All of the concepts haven't sunk in the first time they watched, and we encourage that, right? In a typical offline setting, what happens is the professor or the instructor teaches you. If you missed it, you missed it. Here, everything is self-paced. All you need is a decent internet connection. A lot of students just have a 4G connection and they've successfully watched most of our videos. If you can watch YouTube videos on your smartphone or on your laptop, you can watch all of our content. And you can watch it from anywhere at any time. You can watch it from your smartphones. We have some of our students who watch it during their commute from work or from college, right? When they're commuting through in public transport or in their cars, when someone else is driving, they watch our content. And that's extremely useful because they're utilizing the time that would be wasted to learn something new. So there are no batches, no start date. You can start at any point of time and it's fully self-paced. You can learn it at whatever pace you want, on whatever device you want. The course itself has a 365-day or a 1-year validity, during which time you can access all of the content. You can access all of our mentorship, all of the stuff that we provide at Applied AI course. And the content itself is very dynamic, by which I mean that the course content itself keeps evolving based on feedback that we get from our students. So based on feedback that we get from our students, the course content itself is evolving. We keep adding new content. We add different aspects of the same concept sometimes, right? And this has been a phenomenal ride because the feedback that some of our students have provided have helped us immensely in improving our content. So the content is never static. It's constantly evolving to cater to the needs of our students better. And a typical student that we have noticed finishes our course content in about 4 to 5 months. Even though the course validity itself is 1 year, most of our students typically finish our course in 4 to 5 months if they're willing to put in 12 to 15 hours of effort per week. Again, please note that if you're not willing to put in the effort, this is not the course for you. Learning a completely new area or a subject like machine learning or AI is a non-trivial task, right? So if you're willing to put in 12 to 15 hours of effort per week, you can comfortably finish this course in 4 to 5 months, even if you are a below average speed learner, right? Even if you have to watch the videos a couple of times, that's okay. And what we've done, a very recent stuff that we've done is for each of our students, based on how many hours of effort they can put in every day, over the weekdays and weekends, based on their background, we give a customized and personalized schedule. It's literally like a timetable. It's literally like a timetable which says on so and so date, these are the concepts that you should finish. It's an extremely useful thing. And in experiments that we've done with our students, we noticed that this customized and personalized schedule or a timetable has helped our students finish the course on time and also be very regular about doing the content, like very disciplined about it. And we've seen students both do content and assignments very diligently when we give them a schedule or a timetable. And we customize it and personalize it to every student's needs. Okay, having said that, the next important question that we need to address is, what if you are stuck somewhere? You're watching a video, you didn't understand a concept. And how is that query resolved? How is that question that you have resolved? So we have multiple approaches through which we solve these because we believe that solving the students' questions in a timely manner is extremely important for them to be motivated, and it's also it's a duty to solve these questions on time, right? So each video that you have has lots and lots and lots of comments. So there is a comment section where you can leave your question. So we have tens of thousands of comments already by our existing students. So very likely under the video in the comment section, your question is probably already answered. If it is not answered, feel free to leave your comment and we would answer your question very, very quickly. We try to do it under 24 hours, but very often we try to do it much faster than that. Okay, or this is one way, because this is extremely useful because your question, which is related to a video, is asked just below that video, and we can give very appropriate answers based on the video that you're watching. Or you can always email us at team@appliedai course, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And we are always open to talking to you on phone or Skype if that helps you resolve your questions or queries faster. One of the innovations that we have done over the last few months is for a lot of student questions, emails, etc., we actually record an audio answer, or in some instances, even a video answer. Because these questions are very good, very relevant, that we actually record the audio answer or the video answer and put it there. I don't know of any other course which actually does this in the world, to the best of my knowledge. And these audio answers and video answers have been extremely useful to our students because it's literally as if somebody is talking to them and explaining them a good answer, a end-to-end answer, or a completely, uh, completely well-structured answer to their question. And video answers are like terrific. It's literally new content that we're creating to address student questions. Also, we have a student interaction forum, which is a Google forum that we have for all of our registered students. And this is mostly for student interactions. This is mostly a student-student interaction. This is mostly a student-student interaction forum where you can talk to other students also. But any major question you have, we recommend that you ask us, and it's our job, it's a duty, and we strongly believe that we should answer all of your and address all of your queries as soon as possible. Of course, student to student interaction forums are also very helpful because you're talking to similar minded students. But we have a full fledged, very experienced team at Applied AI course to answer all of your questions to the best of our knowledge, obviously. A very, very important aspect of Applied AI course is the mentorship. We take our mentorship extremely seriously. So as soon as you finish 50% of the course and the assignments, we assign a mentor to you. The mentor actually starts working with you. The mentor who is actually an industry expert in machine learning and AI will start working with you, trying to understand where you're coming from, what type of career that you're looking at, right? What are your skill sets? How good are you in machine learning? He will start working with you on regular basis to help you build a portfolio of projects. A portfolio is nothing but two to five projects, two to five projects that you would do on your own with our help and mentorship, right? These are in addition to the 15 case studies that we've discussed here. These are problems that you would solve. For example, if you're interested in internet companies, then you would solve two or five problems that are typically solved by internet companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, etc. Or if you're interested in careers in medicine, then, or if you want to join some of the pharmaceutical companies after your machine learning course, you will solve two or five projects around the pharma problems or around the medicine problems, right? And these projects, we will work very closely with you, mentor you, help you through building this very, very strong portfolio, which is extremely important for your transition into a career in machine learning, right? And of course, we help you through the interview preparation. We also help you build a strong resume based on your portfolio. A portfolio is a strong proof of your skill sets. This is a great way to showcase your skill sets. And we help you write a blog about each of your projects, build a strong GitHub profile, etc. And all this is good, but especially for experienced professionals. For our students, what we've just said is perfectly all right. But we have a lot of experienced professionals. We have professionals anywhere from 1 year experience to almost 15 years of experience. We have lots of professionals with 5 years, 10 years experience also. For these professionals, what we typically do, we take extreme care of these people. We take additional care of our experienced professionals because they're making a big career choice to move from their comfort zone to a completely new area. So let me give you some example. Imagine if we have a student who is an experienced professional, let's say with 7 years or 10 years of experience, and let's assume the person has worked in banking and finance. Okay, let's assume he's worked in banking and finance as a software engineer or as a software tester, right? Either working for a banking or finance company directly, like Wells Fargo, or a client through a services company. This person already has a lot of domain expertise in banking and finance. So we want him to build on top of the domain expertise that he or she already has. There is no point ditching all of this experience that you've gained. So we want to help you build on top of this 7 years experience in this domain by actually working with you to build portfolio projects in and around the banking domain. And our experienced professionals have to work harder, right? So all of your portfolio will be based on your domain of expertise, right? And they have to work much harder than freshers because they are transitioning with lots of experience. Of course, their compensations also will be higher. So there is also a requirement and there is also an expectation of more skill from experienced professionals. So in such instances, we work very closely to leverage the domain expertise that these experienced professionals have and build an extremely strong portfolio to distinguish themselves from freshers in this area, right? Of course, the amount of effort and experience and the amount of hard work that our experienced professionals need to contribute and put in is of course more. There is no denial of that fact, but it is still possible for our experienced professionals to leverage and build on top of their domain expertise instead of ditching all of them. Of course, we have some experienced professionals who would say, I worked in banking and finance for 10 years, but I want to transition to a completely different field and work at an internet company or an internet startup. That's great. We would certainly help you in that front. But we recommend that you build on top of the expertise that you already have. And once your portfolio is built, once you've solved 2 to 5 projects, we strongly recommend each of our students to do at least 2 projects, preferably 5 projects, and we'll help you, mentor you through that, right? Whether you're an experienced professional or a college graduate or still studying in college, right? So as at the end of this, we have a dedicated team which is already working with large companies and also startups which are hiring machine learning folks, and we will schedule your job interviews. We'll uh, help you on tips and tricks and tools that you can leverage during your interview process. We also give you career counseling. We have a lot of students who have had multiple offers and they're in a dilemma of what should I choose, right? And we provide you that career counseling on what are the right choices for you given your current circumstances and also your current experience level, right? We take our mentorship extremely seriously. In addition to that, a very important aspect of our course is the job guarantee or the money back program. We take this very, very seriously, and this is a very, very important aspect of our program. This job guarantee or money back is valid for all of our students who are in India and the United States. We currently have a job guarantee program valid in these two geographies. And the core idea is this. The core idea in a nutshell is this. If you finish our course, and especially the 30 assignments, at the end of 30 assignments, let's assume you finish the 30 assignments on Jan 1st, right? You finish all of the course content and especially the assignments. From the day you finish, within 6 months, which means by the end of June 30th of the same year, we will get you a machine learning job. And that is our promise. Of course, let's be realistic here that sometimes we will fail, right? That's why we said it's not a job guarantee program, it's a job guarantee or money back. We will put in, if you've put in the effort to finish the course and the assignments, we will put in double the effort that you've put in to help you transition to a machine learning career, to help you get a machine learning job if you're interested. Of course, we have some students who are like, I want to go pursue a master's degree. Of course, they are free to do so. But if you're interested in a machine learning job, within 6 months of course completion, so this is your course completion date, and within 6 months, we will land you in a machine learning job. In case if you fail to do so, right? If you fail to do so, we will refund the whole course fee excluding the GST because we've already paid the GST to Government of India, right? So we will refund the whole course fee to you if you fail to do so. And the reason we designed this program as part of Applied AI course is because we strongly believe that our students' success and our success should be fully aligned. We want to be successful when our students are successful. And that's very, very important and a core tenet of Applied AI course. We want to be extremely our student focused. We want to help our students transition. And if they have put in the effort to complete the course, we feel it is our moral obligation to help them transition to a machine learning career. And if you fail, I think it is our financial obligation to refund the whole course fee. And if you're a student who is currently pursuing your undergraduate degree or a master's program, we have some students who are in second year of BTech, third year of BTech, etc. For those students, since you have not yet graduated, so suppose you're a second year student, you've finished the course, you've finished the assignments, within 6 months you haven't yet finished your degree. So we can't get you a full-time job. In such instances, we will get you internships in startups or in top companies so that your potential to get job after your graduation improves. And once you finish your graduation, once you graduate from your degree, within 6 months we'll get you a full-time machine learning role. So whether you're a second year student or a third year student, you can still take it. Don't worry. Don't wait till your fourth year. Because if you can learn machine learning and AI earlier, you can do full-time internships at top companies or startups, which will give you a lot of advantage in getting a full-time role, especially a machine learning role on your graduation day, right? So if you're a student, don't worry, the 6 month course completion is something that you don't have to worry about, because as soon as you finish your graduation, or as soon as you graduate from your course, within 6 months we will get you a machine learning job. And before you even finish that, we'll help you through internships. And if you want to know more about our job guarantee, all the terms very clearly, please go to appliedaicourse.com/job-guarantee, where we discuss the job guarantee program in lots of details. And I'm extremely proud to say that till now, in the last 11 months of our operation, we have had 100% success rate of all the students who have finished their course and assignments. Every one of them has got placed in under 6 months, both in India and the United States. And many of our students actually have had multiple offers. That's where our career counseling comes into play. And we help some of our students make the right choices on where they should go. So I also recommend you to check out our success stories on our website. So you can go to appliedaicourse.com/success-stories, which is a partial list of some of our students who have got placed at Applied AI Course. We have students who have gotten placed in companies like Ernst & Young, Samsung, Qualcomm, Zoho, Intel in the US, General Electric, Visa, startups like Arya.ai, and also a very interesting e-commerce company in Japan called Rakuten in Japan. And we have a wide spectrum of students. We have students from top-notch universities in the world. We have from really, really top-notch universities, both in India and the United States. And we have students from very, very small engineering colleges. We have working professionals from top-notch companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, to employees working in small services companies, right? We have a wide spectrum of audience, and our success stories reflect that fact. And if you want a better company, if you want to land a job in a better company, you have to work hard and build a stronger portfolio. The stronger the portfolio you build, the better would be the job you would get. We have had people from small engineering colleges. We have gotten top-notch offers in top-notch product-based companies, right? So the ball is in your court. If you're willing to put in the effort, we are here to help you, mentor you, solve all of your queries, and transition you to a machine learning career. So please check out all of our success stories, which is still a partial list at appliedaicourse.com/success stories. Having said that, some of our students ask us if there is a course completion certificate. Of course, we'll give you a course completion certificate from Applied AI Course, but let me be very frank with you, okay? Because I've done hundreds of interviews for companies like Amazon, both in India and the US, and also for Yahoo Research, right? So every resume that I got at Amazon would have some certificate, some course completion certificate from all of the major online courses, right? Or from top universities like Stanford. But typically recruiters, hiring managers in the industry do not look at these certificates. It really doesn't matter. It's an unfortunate fact. But again, this is all from my own experiences. The course completion certificates at most online or offline machine learning courses do not matter. What matters is the skills that you have. And you can showcase your skills through the portfolio of projects. through the portfolio of projects that we help you build. From my own experience of interviewing hundreds of students, I have noticed that those students are working professionals who have a nice portfolio of at least 2 to 5 projects, 2 to 5 projects or case studies that they have solved with detailed code, lots of plots, detailed description about the models, nice blogs. They tend to be much, much better than people who have certificates. This is my own personal experience of interviewing hundreds of folks, both in India and the United States for Amazon.com. Right? So while we give you a certificate because our students ask us to, certificates do not matter for transitioning to a machine learning role. It is your skills that matter. And certificates do not guarantee skills. Your portfolio, which you build, is what will help you transition to a machine learning career. Because this shows that you have skills and you can solve real world machine learning problems. And the core focus of our whole course is not a certificate at the end of it. It is to help you transition to a machine learning career. That's the core focus. That's why we have the job guarantee program in the first place, right? So extremely important aspect is we want you to check out some of our sample and free videos. You can just go to our appliedaicourse.com homepage and you'll see a link to free videos. We have close to 14 or 15 hours of content, which is free, wherein we cover everything from basics of Python, a bunch of mathematical tools like linear algebra, probability, statistics. We also cover a couple of machine learning techniques like PCA and t-SNE. All this is free of cost because we want our students to learn the way we teach. We want them to sample us. We want them to see how we teach before they even jump into the whole course. Before they register for the course, we want them to see what our course will look like. And this is a great tool for us, for our students to self-evaluate themselves. We don't want to have a test to join the course. We want our students to go through these 14-15 hours of free content, see if they're able to understand the content. If they're not able to understand the content, this is not the right course for them. I'm being very frank with you. But if you're able to understand this free content, right? Maybe you have to watch twice for some videos. That's okay. But at the end of it, if you're able to watch these videos and understand most of the content, then this course is the right course for you. Very importantly, there are lots of courses out there, both online and offline, for machine learning. We strongly encourage all of our students to compare our course with other courses. Because if I'm a consumer, right, if I'm a customer, that's what I would do. When I'm buying a refrigerator, I look at tens of refrigerators before I buy. And this is a career this is a career choice that I'm making. So I want to have the best instructors, the best mentorship, the best query resolution, all of that. So please compare us with other courses and choose the one that best suits you. We strongly encourage our students to do that. And any feedback you have about our course, please send it to us. Just please email us your feedback at team@appliedaicourse, because it is through students' feedback or potential students' feedback that we constantly improve our course. So this video, this 30 odd minutes video, is an overview of everything that we do at Applied AI course, broadly speaking. Of course, there are some aspects that I missed here and there, but this is a broad overview. I hope this gives you a fair idea about what Applied AI course is about. And any questions you have, you can just go to appliedaicourse.com. We have our phone numbers there. You can call them and we'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. Or you can email us, obviously. We have all the standard channels on Facebook, Google. Please reach out to us. And we will try to resolve any questions you have about the course as soon as possible.